Sure is.
All right. So, last time on Waterdeep Dragon Heist. I gotta stop saying it like it's a Dragon Ball intro.
Hey, why
No,
not?
you don't.
Keep going with
Fair
it.
enough. Yeah, no. Picked up right after the blast. Zam seemingly was the only one that took any. No, I mean, I guess no. Celia did take some notable damage as well. Just she didn't go down. Zam is stable though, and he will recover. It seems. There was a bit of a revelation with Siler's new, not so new character. Othronus returns. And there was a bit of a discussion with that, and Cordelia was just happy to see him and catch up. Celia was a bit frustrated with him, and after a bit of discussion, kind of tried to convince him to stay, or at least visit a bit more often and be in communication. That much, I think, is relatively still in the air. On other note, a disaster fireball with about a dozen people caught in the blast, including, but not limited to, some dead kids, and a gnome that was slumped against your door, and what Cordelia seemed to intuit is a couple of members of the Zentrum. Some notable clues you found was Fala, who was in her greenhouse when this took place, and shortly after saw someone, uncertain of who, but someone run off to the east, broadly to the east. Let's see. The other clues, right? Other notable clues included a very dramatic woman recounting how she saw some strange figure on the rooftop across from Trollskull Manor, who she claimed to look more like a puppet than a man. And Othronus, who had found a small child holding something that he quickly bought it from, traded money.
It was obviously junk. I saw it. It was just some broken piece of jewelry. The kid like he needed help, so I just gave him some gold.
The kid was happy. Which Othronus didn't seem to recognize what this was, but Celia, I think with a nat 20, in fact, noticed, oh shoot, that's the murder weapon.
Oh boy.
Fireballs. Or, I mean, I guess I shouldn't jump ahead of myself. It's a supposed murder weapon.
The fact is that, here's the thing. Someone who doesn't know they're carrying around like a vest of TNT is padding their pockets, and there's something else messing with it.
Yeah, including what was also revealed, a small, seemingly dragon-like creature perched in Othronus's pocket. That seemed very curious, and I think Cordelia had some good scritches with, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It's been about a little under 10 minutes or so when we're picking up, and the guard is taking position, cordoning off the alleyway, or Trollskull Alley, so that they can proceed with their investigation. I will also note that a few, actually on the building next to Fala's shop, Griffin Cavalry Rider lands, and is kind of perched atop, kind of keeping an eye on things as the guards kind of take the perimeter, and like you see a handful of guards trying to kind of go around and like calm people down, kind of trying to kind of take an assessment. There are a handful of people injured, but you guys kind of get the sense that most of the people that were like full on caught in the blast are just not alive anymore. So
at any level, a fireball's gonna like axe a bunch of level 0 characters.
yeah. But were they all level 0? Dun dun dun.
If any of them get up, you know they're ex-adventurers, or they're named characters.
I will say there are a couple of named characters that did die.
No.
Not that you knew them.
Alright. Well, that's some plot we need to get through.
But I think, Othronus, I think you were a bit concerned about staying at the moment. And I think...
no, I was trying to leave.
Yeah. How do you try to leave? Are you just walking out?
Trying my best to walk out, but also just make it look like I was always... or like this is not something I could really help with. Not wanting to be the...
Be the, what?
Just not trying to like to gawk. Or just stare. I was not doing anything, so I'm just going to try to calmly make my way out. But, I'll ask or answer any questions if I need to, let them know. Or try and point them in the direction that I know something happened, because I'm pretty sure the person who's screaming out what happened might be doing it, so it's a good way to just point that. I think that's your witness.
Here, let me actually roll to see what her current status is. Whether she's still... Because I think you would notice that she kind of went through a few bursts of, like, hysteria and a few bursts of just, like, stunned silence. Okay. I think, with that, I think you notice that one of the guards is already kind of speaking with her. It seems like that she's probably the main person that they are trying to calm down. Couple of more uncertain people, but she's the one that's probably the most hysterical at the moment, and she is being tended to. So, if you're going to try and just like walk past one of these guards and leave, let's start with a either persuasion or deception check. And this is just kind of for your general like demeanor at the moment.
Okay, definitely gonna go for this. Definitely gonna go for deception and see if I can do it.
Yeah, that does kind of feel like the most appropriate, because you do know things. I wanted to give you the option, and I kind of figured that's what you're gonna go for.
So, I have a +5 to this.
Oh?
I rolled a 4.
Ooh.
So, not as nonchalantly as I can, I'm going to very obviously pat the soot and obvious cut and scrape marks that are might be around the cloak I'm currently like just discarding, because that's what all this stuff is really it. So I'm donning my original suit, but like wiping off all the soot and everything as nonchalant so bluntly as I can, which is really just likely drawing more attention to me because everyone else is still looking in.
Yeah, discarding of evidence. I assume, I hope at least that you are like moving the necklace and your dragon friend from your coat pocket to your like suit pocket.
Yeah, no, everything's getting like transferred into like the inner coat.
Yeah.
And the dragon is now just on my shoulder.
Oh, just like casually on your shoulder?
Yeah, he's just casually on the shoulder now because I don't think would he be able to fit in like my actual jacket pocket? Because that I don't know, like is he cat sized big or is he like lizard size?
Probably like a bit in between like large kitten size.
Okay. If he stays still, I'll try to keep him in like my under pocket. If not, then he's gonna have to go on the shoulder.
A bit of a bulge. I think you're also a big guy and you have decent pockets. But it's not necessarily like some people may not notice, but it's not subtle to somebody who's looking, maybe.
Right. So just let me know, when does the guard approach? Because I've got something I think he might have overheard.
Yeah. So let me actually roll for this guard. I guess these guards, but I'll just roll. Okay. Yeah. So are you just walking past this guard? Kind of in this section of the alleyway?
Attempting to, and in a like not so stage whispery voice, you'll likely hear like, "Can't get a goddamn drink without something blowing up around here." As I'm taking off like the very like singed and like probably tattered up a bit coat, and I'm like taking out all my stuff, putting it in my pockets, putting the little dragon in, then just finding the nearest trash can to just ruined. Just throwing it away before I leave.
I think you hear kind of one of these as you're like tossing this coat out. You hear like one of these guards kind of pitch and it's like, "Tell me about it. Can't get a good night's rest either. Sorry though. I don't know why this all happened, but brass are gonna get this sorted out. But if you could stay in there, they're gonna need witnesses and testimonies. I'm sure they'll get through things quick. I don't think they want to be too much of a bother."
And I'm gonna roll for this. All right, but can't really say I'll know much. I was staring into a mug of. Yeah, it was a good breakfast ale before that thing went off. Busted a bunch of windows down at the troll skull.
Yeah. It's pretty big, pretty dark scorch marks over there.
But but that's not even where it happened. And I'll just point to him like as particular as I can. That hit the tavern, but that's not even where it was. It was down the thing. And like I tell him about how I walked around and past like the bodies and stuff. That's all just there. And people are just looking at it and it's just not a good memory anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry if I gave off the wrong impression. I'm not the one doing the interviews. I'm just here guarding this here road.
No, yeah, I get it, and they gotta go through everybody. But yeah, I guess I'll just stay here and wait for them to say the same thing.
It's too much trouble. I think you could probably wait like at another portion of the alley. I don't know if it's bringing up bad memories.
Oh no, I hate to go back. Unless, would you mind if I went back and got another drink? Because, like I said, the thing kind of spilled mine. Do you want one?
At Troll Skull? Troll Skull Tavern?
Yeah, that's where that's not where it happened, but that's where it reached. As like some the glass broke.
Oh,
kind
like
of. It actually.
Building, yeah. I mean,
I don't remember. Where was the nearest building? I'd have to go back and check.
Nearest building to what?
Sorry. Was the guard asking where the nearest building was to the explosion?
No, he was just he was kind of commenting on what you were saying. Oh yeah, no, he was like saying, because I think that's kind of what you were implying. It's like, oh, it didn't happen at the tavern. It just reached the tavern. And he's just like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's just like, it was just in the radius. Would I know what radius is? I'm gonna go with it.
You're a guard. You definitely know that.
We play minions and masterminds over at my local brewery group.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. I mean, if they're still open, I mean, we're not allowed to drink on the job, but I mean, if you want, like, slip me like a bit on the sly, and I could take that home with me. I don't know. Do they have like a? I heard there's like a new canning process that's revolutionary over at the Temple of Gone. I don't know
Oh,
why I
well,
made this
definitely.
guard Canadian.
I don't know, but I love it already. This guy's my kind of guard. I'm definitely gonna go get him a drink. I'm gonna end up like bringing back 2 chairs, like little bar stools for us to sit here and drink.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think they may not be open. You should probably check in with the owners. Maybe they're like still open for like last round,
I'll
and then
ask.
we're gonna close until for renovations.
Yeah, probably, but I'll quickly go and ask. I'm going to go in and see if I can find 2 quick stools, and then just slap some gold down and grab 2 large mugs of ale. That's what I'm doing.
That's fair. I think we're gonna come back to that and just check in with Cordelia and Celia. I think this guy got assigned to like alleyway duty. So I think the rest of the guards are like kind of requesting, please return to your homes. Investigators will be with you shortly to get your testimonies of what happened here. Actually, I think this is the cavalry rider up on top of the building that is kind of like announcing this from the rooftops to try and like kind of get people to kind of stay in place. We will get this taken care of shortly so that the rest of you may go about your days. Remember, we will find who did this and keep the peace of the city. He kind of goes on for a bit. Similar attitudes.
Right.
Would the 2 of you like to do anything?
I mean, last I checked, I was trying to investigate the crime scene, I guess, on my own. But if they're shooing me out, I guess I'll head back inside the tavern.
I think actually, if you're there, and Celia, let's establish: are you kind of near Cordelia at the moment, or have you gone off elsewhere?
Seeing that Arthronis got caught up with the security guard, she's gonna head back to the tavern and start the cleanup process. Or at least start giving orders for Liv to start the cleanup process.
Fair enough. We'll get to that in a moment. One of the guards actually kind of comes up to you, Cordelia. It's like, sorry, miss, but this is now a crime scene, and if you could return home, and we will investigators will be here in just a few minutes. They will be just kind of getting some testimonials. They'll be investigating here.
But this is my home, and this is where I work, at least for now.
Oh, you're the proprietor of the... Okay, yeah, no, absolutely.
One of them, at least.
Ah, I see. I've been around a few times. They probably wouldn't recognize me, but no. Incredibly sorry about what happened here.
It's all right. We're made of finer stuff. We'll rebuild somehow. I wish I know what was going on, and who done this and why.
That's our hope to find out, but I'm sure they'll have questions for you, and hopefully you had a insurance policy of some kind. I'm not certain how. I don't know the specifics of the tavern keeper's rules in the city, but
insurance. Oh
In-
dear. That is a thing, ain't it?
I believe so.
Oh,
I maybe we should get inside and I yeah, we'll
yeah.
take care. We'll get things taken care of out here.
Thank you, sir.
But yeah,
Yeah,
if you
I'll start cleaning up all this broken glass. I'm gonna
uh
need a bigger broom.
may, I maybe just wait until the investigators come. I don't mean to be a bother. That's just I don't know all the rules. I don't know if they care about the glass.
Right.
But yeah, it's probably fine.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, he is just kind of awkwardly standing there
And
for a moment.
Cordelia's just gonna start awkwardly kind of like shifting away.
All right. So, Thranis, you make your way back to the tavern. I think, I guess, Celia, we kind of pick up with you as you're, I think, the first one of the trio here back in the tavern. Chanza kind of asks, "Is everything all right out there, dear? It seems the guards have arrived. Or I assume they're keeping the peace up there.
All I know is that they're looking into things.
I'm sorry, this is Celia. I don't think you're
Oh, okay.
that quick. I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
I keep hearing Ilya and thinking it's the wrong one. My bad.
Yeah, you chose similar names.
Can't wait for the day you guys are next to each other, but you're talking to the wrong person.
Oh no. She'll probably just say, I guess so. I'm not too sure. They looked like they were investigating things. Said to just head back home.
All right.
And now here I am.
Well, do you wish to wait here, or this is a bit out of my realm here, so I think it sounds. I think I heard the one from above say that there was a investigator or something, and I think this is around the time, Cordelia, that you're coming back, and then with Thranis, you'll be shortly behind.
Okay.
I'm not too sure what the procedure is. I also am not used to being on this side of the investigation. Anyways.
I'm gonna say this because I don't think it's in character for Chanza to say this. It's not your first crime scene, for sure.
It's not my first time being on this side, the victims.
She's not the victim of an investigation.
Yeah,
You're
this is
normally
new to her. I'm not. They want
perpetrator.
witness statements.
Might be the perpetrator or
What?
possible witness.
Is it possible that her subconscious was so strong it created an alternate version of herself that blew up her own tavern because she was so bored of not casting fireballs?
Yeah, that might be what happened.
Give it a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, that's definitely possible.
I assumed during the month, like, there were a bunch of mysterious fires at a bunch of, like, competing taverns just to get business up.
I mean, I asked if there was anything you guys wanted to do during the downtime.
I mean, I did blow up one tavern that was nearby, so one down.
Yeah, well, one. It's less than zero. Less than zero.
It's greater than zero.
No, greater. Why did I say less than zero? More than zero.
Tavern Celia's broken down. It's definitely not zero. Anyways.
And who's to say how many you did before you made your way here?
Yeah, that last part was definitely something she mumbled under her breath, hoping the Chanza wouldn't hear her. But.
Wait, what? Sorry,
yeah, they said that someone would come and get statements from us. I don't know how this all works either.
Thranis, I think you walk in with that statement. I don't know how this all works either.
Who's still in the bar?
unless Cordelia or Celia have left, I think kind of everybody.
Yeah,
Two of
we're
them.
all here.
Sam is currently he's on one of the tables at this point, and he is unconscious. But you see that there's like a kind of towel that's used as a bandage. It's kind of been wrapped around his chest.
Poor baby Sam.
You actually see
Yeah.
a smaller. Oh yeah.
Oh no, go ahead.
Like a smaller cut, like kind of over his eye as well. Doesn't seem to be bleeding profusely, but you think it may be a little character.
He will have a cool scar.
Cool scars.
Wait, is this over his eye or across his eye?
Let me roll for it. Call whether odds or ease. Which one odd?
Okay.
and even?
Odds, it's over his eye, like something nearly missed hitting his eye,
Yeah.
or evens, it's across his eye, like those cool guys have it for some reason.
All right. That was an odd. It is above his eye. Close to his eye, for sure.
Yeah.
I think kind of going along the bridge of his nose a little as well. Lithis, I think, asks, do you know why any of this happened? Especially right outside our nice tavern?
No idea.
Celia shrugs her shoulders.
Adonis
Unless-
kind of walks in and asks for two. He approaches the bar like a customer and just puts down some money and says, "I need 2 large pints and 2 chairs."
Are you gonna bring the chairs back, or
Yes,
I mean-
that is the plan, along with the glasses or the mugs.
sure? He kind of like looks over to Cordelia and like kind of quizzically asks, "That okay, boss lady?"
Yes.
All right. And Hugh kind of does as you ask. He kind of, are you asking for beers, ales, wines?
2 ales. So yeah, 2 mugs of ales, 2 small like bar stools, and I'm gonna ask Celia if you want to go grab a drink with a guard guarding an alley. He seems pretty cool.
She raises an eyebrow curiously because
He seems chill. Let me rephrase. He seems chill.
do I notice that you don't have your jacket on, right? You got rid of that?
Yeah, I got rid of that.
Okay.
I think the dragon right now is like poking its head out of like a vest pocket.
She
Oh,
will
yeah.
ask.
Oh, definitely.
He hasn't asked about your jacket or noticed that you don't have it, right?
Not to my. No, I don't think he did.
Alright, sure, a drink sounds good right now.
3 drinks. He slapped another silver down, and another chair.
Okay. Are you still going to be in the alley, or are you? And for simplicity's sake, I'm going to say this is the alley, like around the corner over there. I know
Yeah.
you still can see it, but it's one close to the manor.
Yeah, just for simplicity's sake, that's the one we're just gonna head on over to and just chill with this. I'm definitely going to introduce myself and ask for their name because they seem like a cool guy to get to know, and I want to make you do this accent more.
Gonna make me flesh out this NPC if it's the death of me? Nice.
I mean, look,
Nice.
he we either become friends or he dies, and I have to take on a new side quest to avenge him.
Oh man. All right. So you have 3 bar stools. I mean, Lift just kind of like tosses his phantom hands in the air. It's like, everybody want to just go and leave the tavern? I don't know. Everything cool, I guess.
We ought to stay
Yeah.
here so we can give our stories to the lawman. Then they can find out who done this.
But we're
I
going
mean-
to go talk to a guard. That is the lawman.
All right.
I suppose that's true. I guess, should we inform them if they come looking around the tavern? Should we inform them of where you are?
Only if they ask. If they don't ask, then that means they're like, because they're going to go around to everyone, so there's a good chance they're eventually going to go to us to get our story. Unless they specifically ask for us by name. Otherwise, I don't think we need to worry.
No, even if they ask for us by name, don't worry about it. They'll find us eventually.
Or they won't, I guess, Liv says. I don't know.
Even they're not that incompetent.
Celia just
You
smirks.
think? Liv just kind of goes and
We're
quizzically
not
asks.
trying to hide.
Okay. Liv quizzically asks, do you think they're going to want the testimonial of the ghost?
Again, only if they ask. I feel like this is something I should have talked to all of you about when talking to guards. I thought Celia might have covered it. Don't answer a question you haven't been asked. Just stick to what they're asking.
Why would you... I mean, I assume that is...
It saves time because
Yep.
sometimes people start rambling on about things that have nothing to do with what's going to help this guard out. So let them ask you the questions, and then you can give the answers. Because if you start answering things they didn't ask you, it gets a bit muddled and time is wasted. And, well, who wants time wasted?
I suppose that is fair. Alright, well... Are you... I guess... Do you know this guard's name?
We are about to go find this out.
Alright then. So I assume you guys walk out of the tavern? The two of you?
Yep. Unless anyone else wants to follow.
I don't think so.
Shanza, I
Yes.
think is tending to Zam, and Liv cannot leave the tavern, so... Heidi? Or I guess Cordelia?
I guess I'll go with them.
Are you gonna grab a drink?
Did I
as
introduce
well?
myself to Chanza? I don't know if I did.
No, I
Did
don't
I?
think you ever
I'm gonna
met
keep
her.
a sober mind.
No, I don't. I think she
Don't.
recognizes you from stories, and I think he's like, this is something to deal with another time. Actually, didn't
Yeah,
she
no,
make
Zam
drink
is
from
priority. That'll be a fun thing for later if we get back to it.
Oh yeah. So the three of you, Cordelia, are you grabbing a bar stool and a beer, or are you just kind of like following after?
Just following after.
All right. So the three of you make your way over to this alleyway, kind of around the corner from Troll School. And you kind of see this guard. Let me roll for something. Okay, yeah, no. He's like a little unperceptive, and like he like just kind of he doesn't notice that people may be watching or coming around, or like he doesn't notice you guys coming around the corner. So he's like, you can see like maybe like picking his nose with his like pinky, and like kind of like flicks a bit of like rubs it off on his like chainmail armor, chainmail shirt. It's like then he kind of after a moment, unless you're trying to like sneak up or like surprise him or do anything, but like
No, going up, let him know, hey, got the chairs and the booze and an extra friend to talk to.
yeah, that's a pretty cool situation, eh? I can't. I'm sorry, but I can't drink. I can, if you want to like leave that there, and like maybe I can like come by. Well, I can like pick that up after we're done here.
Sure. I wink
Probably
at him, I
please.
place it literally down, I place it like next to him, and I just turn the other way.
Celia, do you look away as well? And I guess Cordelia as well.
Yes, and I do make a big show of looking away.
Cordelia does not look away. She's just got her arms crossed, just waiting for this important chit chat to begin.
This guy just
I don't know how this turned into important chit chat, but I love it.
This guy just kind of waits for like a beat, and then it's like 2 out of 3 is good enough. And he just kind of like reaches for it and just kind of like pulls it closer to him. Takes a kind of a
new friend right there.
What was that?
As soon as he said 2 out of 3 is okay, and he starts drinking, that's bam, new friend.
Oh man. So he takes a sheepish small sip, and like you kind of see him like kind of his eyes dart to like outside this alley, and it's like none of the other guards are watching me take this beer, right?
Like, I'm checking the side, I'm looking away, also keeping an eye to make sure like the griffin's not on the roof or anything.
No, I think you're clear.
So let me roll something real quick. All right, and okay. So you can like, I don't know if any of you are like checking, because like there's a bit of visibility for that Griffin cavalry rider. The rider
that's what I'm looking for.
The rider is not preoccupied with anything. No, I mean he is preoccupied with something else. So he's like kind of looking over at another part of the alley. The Griffin though is staring him down. And he kind of like.
Do I see the Griffin?
Yes, you see the Griffin.
I gotta roll for this. Okay, I immediately pull out the dragon and just wave it, like try to block him and wave it in front of him.
Wait, what? Block what? The guard?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the Griffin's attention, like while not looking.
Yeah, the Griffin like the expression kind of like changes, and like it like cocks its head to the side, like what? What? It cocks the other way. It's like, huh?
I've got his attention. Go, go, go.
Here, let me roll for the guard to see what he does. Oh my god, that is a natural 20. He chugs this thing.
Oh my.
And I think he like
single gulp chug.
A bit spills to the side, but he is down this thing, and he just kind of like drops it and like kind of like rolls it to the other side of this alleyway. It's like, okay, I think that's enough for me. But how are you guys? I guess probably you're not doing good. Your home just blew. I saw you guys come around the corner. Do you guys live there? Were you just there? I mean, I guess you bought. I'm kind of surprised it's still open.
I was visiting, and I point to these two. They live at the tavern. They're the owners.
Oh.
But yeah, no, the blast was just the neighborhood got hit, and it's a little bit of everybody's gotten.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry to hear that. I live down in the lower wards. The DM hasn't decided yet. But
I live in blank to be decided later.
I live in into town here. But yeah, no, I can't imagine that's a great situation to be in. Sorry about your tavern.
Well, we can rebuild. I hope. Can one of y'all explain what insurance is? Do we have that?
Celia snorts.
Celia, do you care enough to know whether you have insurance?
I'm assuming we don't.
I'd like to point out that this is something I did look into because we had to register with a guild, like to get the license. So we had to make sure that this was something that we either had to do ourselves or was going to be covered with our like licensing.
Funny enough, I do think that Othronus, I think, is probably the person that knows the most about the specifics there. Yes, you do have guild memberships, and that does include. It's not like I don't think you know offhand whether you have fireball insurance, but you think it'll cover like a good portion, but there'll still be a bit that'll need to be repaid through tavern.
Yeah, because ours isn't the only building that got hit. A few of the other places are probably guild insured as well.
Yeah. The guilds have their fingers deep in this city.
That's why it's a good idea to get into them and keep on good terms.
Good terms. My cousin, he actually owned a tavern around here. Mysterious fire. I don't know what happened.
Wait, a fire? In
Crazy.
another tavern?
No, I mean like a just a block or two down. I don't know offhand. I'm not on good terms with him. He was kind of a stinker.
Oh, wait.
Family gatherings.
Crazy how that happens.
Oh, okay.
This has to be a
that's
dangerous
too bad.
neighborhood then.
Yeah.
It's like a weird coincidence. Two fires in like the same area of the city.
Right?
I mean, I guess it's a good thing the buildings didn't catch fire. At least it was just quick,
Yeah.
one and done.
Unlucky.
I don't know.
Probably that's strange.
Freak accident. I don't know.
I suppose so.
Your cousin does sound like a dick,
Oh.
though.
I mean, I haven't explained him at all, but in this conversation. But yeah, he kind of is.
It's just the vibes I'm getting. He sounds like a dick.
Yeah, it's through marriage. It's not blood related. But he always went on about how he's gonna. I think he was looking into the real estate, but he's not in a good place right now. I mean, like, he's in debt to the mob.
Oh.
Othronus, roll a history check.
Oh god. Have I had to pay a visit to this guy before? Like those unfriendly ones?
Roll a history check. We'll find out.
18.
18. Okay, yeah. You don't remember, I think, the name offhand because I don't think it really came up too much. You probably heard it at the time, but it's been a bit. It's been like that was like a month ago or so. You remember? You don't necessarily remember the name, but you remember the story of like some guy that borrowed some money to both build a tavern and then also to kind of get back at some business rivals that you weren't so sure about. That his tavern burnt down and he got in debt to the mob. And you kind of you're not certain whether it was you specifically or kind of just somebody you were working with, but yeah, there was definitely a shakedown there.
Is that something we can roleplay later? Because I'd love to be a part of that.
Perhaps. Yeah, no, if it's messages or something later on, or I don't know, maybe it'll be plot relevant. I don't know.
Who knows? We can totally figure that out later.
Yes. But yeah. Yeah, no, kind of a dick. You guys though, you guys are all right. Thanks for the.
Oh.
Don't tell any of the guards about that, please.
Nobody saw it, but here's the Griffin is looking at us suspiciously. But don't worry, he hasn't seen anything.
The Griffin is not looking directly at you anymore, but you do see, like, in profile, like, one of its eyes, like, kind of darts to you. Like when you look at it, it darts away and looks at something else.
Ooh, what does the griffin look at?
I don't think you
Who
can tell
knows?
from the alley.
It could be looking at like the exact thing we need to like figure this out, but we'll never know.
Actually, you see its eyes kind of follow something after a moment, and you actually realize perhaps that the cavalry rider is also kind of looking in the same direction. Do you guys take a peek out of this alley to kind of see what's up, or do you just kind of keep it chill?
Who wants to do it, or do we all want to do it?
We can
I'm
all do it.
curious.
All right, stealthily, but also slowly sipping my mug. We're gonna do the Three Stooges, one head over the other,
Yes.
over the other, around the corner look.
You see this guy who you still have not asked his name, just like also like poke his head around. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, those guys. They're cool. And you actually do see. Let me actually. Actually, I already loaded it into NPCs. All I need to do is hit. Wait. No. Did I do him or did I do somebody else? Taking a moment to load in. Damn slow computer. Ah, yes, I did load the right one. Two figures kind of are striding through, and you actually see them kind of like examining the kind of this scorched area. I almost said crater. It's not really a crater. It's not. It didn't like physically impact all that much, like the stone, or at least. You see kind of this kind of taller, bit stockier, a little bit gaunt figure that seems to be a captain of the watch due to some insignias and kind of his armor that's kind of... He seems tired, like he has not been getting all that much sleep. And next to him you actually see a kind of a hunched over middle-aged, maybe on the late end of middle-aged man, kind of spectacled, kind of a big bushy beard and kind of like this, not a handlebar mustache, but like a big kind of mustache. I put the two there. They have some art in the NPC's channel now, and they seem to be examining. This taller figure seems to be peering around at the people for the moment, and this bespectacled, hunched over figure with a cane is kind of like examining these scorch marks in particular. The taller figure actually speaks out. Everyone, thank you for remaining calm. We are investigators from the City Watch, and we are here to find out what happens here. Please stay in your homes so that we may conduct a orderly... Sorry, I'm blanking on the word. He does not pause. I'm blanking on the word. Investigation. That's the word. And we will let you go on with your days shortly. Thank you very much. And we will find this out. Find out what happened here and bring peace to the city. I'm sorry, I'm not talking.
Okay. Just roll with.
Yeah.
Everybody has an off day, Seth.
Oh yeah. Seth? Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can see their names on there because I pre-made that, but yeah.
I'm assuming this is Barnabas patting him on the back, saying it's okay.
It's okay. Everybody has a bit of an off day. the taller figure just is like, I'm just so fucking tired. And the guard that the three of you are with, it's like, oh yeah, they've been doing a lot of cases. There's been lots of crime. But yeah, no, I don't know if you guys want to get back or if you, they're going to be asking around that. That was like one of the closest places. I think they're going to want to talk with you guys, but I also kind of want to talk with you guys.
I'm fine waiting here. They'll find us eventually. We'll happily talk to them.
Yeah.
A win on everybody.
All right. I don't think I got your names. I know you guys, had the tavern, but I don't think I got your names.
All right, everybody who's not taking a drink, introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Cordelia Barman.
All right. That's a name. Cool. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I'm Frankie. Some people call me, but I think Frank is my proper name. I don't know for sure. Just what my parents they were drunks, so they kind of mixed it up a lot. But yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate.
They got better, and a bit better at least.
So do you
Well, I'd
prefer
certainly
Frank or
hope so.
Frankie?
Sorry, what was that?
Do you prefer Frank or Frankie?
Really either. Really either works.
I'm gonna go with Frankie because I can yell that into the sky if and to do something dramatic.
Yeah, plus Frankie just rolls off the tongue better.
Yeah, it rolls
in
off
case
the
I need to have like that dramatic "I will avenge you" little moment in the rain.
I think that's why my mom preferred that one. Is just rolled off the tongue and easier when you like slurring your words a bit. Actually, my wife calls me Frankie too. Yeah. But yeah. How about you two? Two fine folks. I like
Oh,
you.
ladies first.
Celia.
Cool. Nice. I don't see a ton of drow up here, but I ain't got no problem. It seems like you're doing pretty well for yourself.
I'm trying.
That's all we can do.
She smiles.
Pretty good start. Tavern owner in a pretty good part of town.
It's a lot better than a lot of people.
What can I say? I'm just lucky, I guess.
Fair enough.
And it's at this point you notice that Arthronis has finishing off his mug. He wanted everybody to go first so he could just continue drinking.
Oh my
Sounds
gosh.
about right.
Cheater.
Alright. And that's done. Haha. I'm Arthronis.
Nice.
And he extends his hand out to shake Frankie's hand if he accepts.
Yeah, sure. Frankie, I already said that. Yeah. And you are, or do you have a name?
Yeah, Arthronis. I don't. Sorry, I think it was cut out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Nice to meet you. I think with the folks in the detectives up here, they may be peering in on me. I don't want to look. I can't lose the gig.
No, understood. Professional all the way. We are here, and you're the one who informed us that we needed to stay here for these investigators. You're doing a bang-up job.
Oh yeah. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, no, I see no problem with that. I guess, how do you guys come to own a tavern like that? I guess you do, yeah. Are you a friend? Friend of a friend? Just a regular?
Who wants to tell the story?
We
Well,
got
you're our best
it.
storyteller.
We got it from a job.
Oh, yeah, because I'm like, depending on who tells it, it's going to have a different tone. I know a Cordelia version will be different than a Celia version, than an Orthronus version.
You could all say it, and I can do they call it a cross-examination? Never really got the name of that.
So I'm going for like the noir PI kind of story of third person monologuing the entire thing.
Oh god.
It was a
Great.
cold summer night. The rain was pounding at the window. Sorry.
We started out in this dingy little place called the Yawning Portal.
Oh.
A day like any other. It was until this lumbering sack of God knows what crawled his way out of that thing in the center.
Oh, yeah.
Had suckers and bats, bartender reaching for his old... Well, don't know what he said he called it, but it was a big-ass sword. And then we all took a bit of a turn hacking away at the big guy. And it was actually after that some schmuck in the tavern who was looking for some help to take care of some business offered us a job. Supposed to pay us. And we did the job. And that's another story you can ask about, because that was that was the whole thing.
Whole job.
Yeah, but after the job, he said, I'm not going to pay you with the coin, I'm going to give you a tavern.
Pretty nice deal.
I mean, we had to, like, spruce it up.
Oh.
But still, you got a pretty nice tavern.
How much sprucing up did you have to do?
You register at the guild, like 1,000 or something, and gold and some repairs. But, I don't know, I'd say it'd be worth it. Because, still standing, going strong, got some good publicities.
I mean, no, yeah, Tavern's been doing pretty well. So I guess you knew them pretty well. These two.
Yeah, no, I helped out a bit with that.
All right. Didn't you stick around?
Had a part-time thing.
Part-time.
To take care of something else.
Celia rolls her eyes.
Had some prior business I had to take care of, and I didn't want it bothering anyone here.
All right. I mean, I guess I'll just kind of tentatively ask, you guys got different ways to tell the story? Fellas?
Yeah, that pretty covers it. But with a little bit more sewer chasing.
Oh, is that the job?
Alright. Cordelia, give us your take on the story.
Well, here he was in the place called the Yawning Portal. And we're all in dire straits in one way or another. When we were offered this job to go help find some feller's friend, and well, we got started, and well, that led us partially to the sewers. I unfortunately jumped straight in, not realizing what a mess I'd be getting myself into. I thought maybe it was the clean water stream, and not the gray water return. Well, there we go. Anywho, we go traipse along. We find his friend. There's some things with some gangs I still don't quite understand. It's very complicated stuff. This is like studying history school. But anywho's, our reward for the completed mission was this lovely tavern, which we've managed to fix up over the past couple months, and well, here it is now.
There it is. I actually have not made it to the tavern, but I have heard good things.
Now that is a very reverberated version of the story, but
Same story, same outcome typically.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Celia? Celia.
Close enough.
Celia?
No.
No? Am I getting colder?
Yeah.
Okay.
This man tricked us into a job. He promised us gold. We got the tavern instead. The end.
Alright. The end, I guess. You guys, did you have, I guess trouble, probably? Probably trouble, it sounds like, in the tavern up and running to begin with, huh? Yeah.
A little, perhaps.
The tavern's haunted.
By a very nice and very handsome ghost.
Oh, okay. It's a cool ghost.
Yes.
Cool ghost. Okay.
Cool as a cucumber in the shade.
That's pretty cool. I guess yeah.
Not really trouble. This guy left us before we were finished.
Oh,
She
I guess
pats
that's some.
Arthronis on the arm.
And
Like I said, didn't want
Cordelia
trouble
will just do the little.
reaching
She'll
here.
just like lick her fingertip and then just like poke Arthronis with its sound effect.
Also, is that a dragon in your pocket? Is that like a little fella?
And I just slowly like boop his nose to see if I can get him to pop his head out.
Let me roll to see your dragon's reaction. Yeah, no, he pops his head out a little sheepishly, but kind of like pokes his head. It's like, wow, that is a little guy. I don't know a lot about things. I mean, yes, I don't know a lot about things, but I also don't know a lot about dragons. I guess dragons are things. I do think that I don't know if it's allowed or able to come in, but that's neat.
I mean, nothing's happened so far. He's been here a while.
What's he eat? I guess that's a weird question to ask, but that's just like the first thing that came to mind.
Purple pickled eggs. That's my guess.
Close. He just eats purple meat.
Only purple meat?
No, that's all I've given him so far, just because I think it's funny.
Oh, because he's purple? Is that like how he
I mean, I tried a platter of vegetables that are also purple, and then some meats, and he went for the meats.
That would make sense, I guess. Do you have to like keep on feeding him purple stuff to get him to stay purple?
I haven't tested it yet. I'm gonna try to like get him onto some other stuff and change the color, and see if that'll change his color.
Feed him blueberries. See what happens.
Blueberries are purple.
Well,
I don't know why they call them blueberries, but
I'm sorry, but have you seen a blueberry scone? The after color of a blueberry is green. Thank you very much. Or you can look in the porta john after you eat a bowl full of them things. You're gonna see green.
You sure, maybe, but you didn't say a blueberry scone.
Well, that's true.
Sorry, my wife, she's very passionate about these things, and I guess that's rubbing off on me.
Well,
I take 2 steps back just to let them finish this conversation and ask. Celia, so what are your plans after this?
is this a date? Take her on a date.
I don't think I had plans. If I did, they involved the tavern, and that's kind of blown up.
That's cool. Just stay in, watch a movie, have a cleaning party.
Uh,
Are you planning to go anywhere?
Just a quick check-in and some other things, but if you were free, figured we could take a walk, like we did that one time.
A walk sounds wonderful.
Real quick, I guess everybody's probably captivated by the conversation at hand.
Can you feel the
I mean, the
love
blueberry
tonight?
conversation is riveting, obviously.
Yeah, clearly that's the better of the two conversations.
Absolutely.
The
Cheers
color
about this
of that
dynamic.
dragon hinges on this conversation. Do we get a green, blue, or purple dragon?
Actually, when you feed him a blueberry, he turns yellow.
Oh.
Okay, all this is going in a notebook because we can make people think we have multiple dragons.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh man! If you feed the dragon different foods and it turns different colors, does its breath weapon change?
Oh.
We don't know.
That's something else to experiment on.
What happens if we feed him one of the fireball rubies?
I mean, that was talked about last time.
I gotta wonder, like, does his next breath weapon just turn into a fireball?
Yes. Where's the rest of Fran's brood? Let's go test this out.
No, I think another another business is taken over. I have not figured out what, but maybe I'll work that out. It's probably, yeah. I think you guys are kind of having these kind of conversations, you hear kind of a I hope I'm not interrupting something.
We all turn. What do we see?
You see a hunched over figure in purple robes, spectacled with a fine beard, kind of like peeking around the corner. You can like see his body, but like he's like looking around. He's like, "You all doing all right this fine morning?"
Just wave and just, it's all good, and beckon them over if they want to come over and talk. We're currently having some discussions on blueberry coloration, riveting stuff.
It is strange that they are called blueberries when the juices inside are purple. But I think that may be best to discuss at another time, if that is all fine with the three, I assume four of you.
We're waiting for, you said there were some investigators coming over to talk to us about what happened, so we're just waiting here for them.
Oh, absolutely. Would you care maybe to wait in your, two, I believe, are the owners of Trollskull Manor, if I may discern?
Yes.
Yeah.
If I could trouble you for a few minutes, and have you return to your manor, and you too, sir, as well, if you don't mind.
I don't live there. Just
were
to
in the.
specify.
But were you?
I point very much out of the alley, like out of the town. Like I live that way, but I don't think you want to go all the way with me to my place to talk, unless you do.
The tavern should suffice. I just wish to get your collective insights into what happened here today. I think I have put together a few things, but I think you may potentially be able to help me with this.
Really? Now, question, do you think it was dynamite what blew up the place?
I see. Well, let's discuss this inside if you don't mind me inviting myself in.
Absolutely. Do you like sweet tea?
Oh,
You like homemade
yeah.
biscuits?
Do you have some? I have not eaten this morning, and I would
You
appreciate
poor thing.
some.
You
Oh,
poor thing. You need a half a pound of sugar to get you started. I'll get you some sweet tea and some biscuits with honey. Be right back. She
all
just
right.
scribbles off. Half of her boots.
Just
On all
gonna
fours.
look over to Celia. I'm gonna go for a refill. What about you?
I'm gonna need a refill as well.
Refills.
Frank actually kind of says, "Oh, I think Boss Mancy's gonna have some questions for you, but I tell you what, I'll stop by sometime soon. Haven't had a pleasure yet, but I
Looking forward to
look
it.
forward to it.
And I discreetly try and grab the discarded mug.
You don't have to do it too discreetly because it's kind of on the other end of the alleyway, so.
I just go grab the other mug and just, all right, now to refill my drinks.
All right. I'd say about at this point it's probably been, I'd say like 40 minutes, 30, 40 minutes since kind of the big boom happened. Yeah. So you are kind of led back into the tavern by this figure. And actually already like standing in the doorway is the taller figure as well. This is Barnabas. And this figure who has been referred to as Barnabas kind of like nods and does like a bit of a wave. Safe. We're just going to have a quick discussion in here, if you don't mind. And this kind of, again, this taller figure kind of opens the door, and you are kind of led back into the tavern. Unless there's any objections, I don't know if Cordelia just ran in.
I mean, kind of scuttling, not necessarily running.
Yeah, the safe just like kind of like is a little bit questioning, but I don't think he stops you from going in. Says, all right then. So Barnabas kind of just pulls up a chair and kind of it's like, I think we could probably do this all with one go. There are a number of questions that require to be answered, but I don't think, at least in my personal and professional opinion, I don't think any of you are too high of suspects at the moment. I will warn you, though, that you are a bit higher than many of the other residents of the alley, as you are, it seems, tied to what happened here in some way or another.
Wait, what do you mean by we're tied to what happened here?
What I could tell, most of the victims were incidental perhaps. But whatever the few who it seems were at the center of this, they were right outside your door, and I don't believe that is an accident.
So because people were killed right outside our door, we're suddenly tied to this? That seems like a bit of a stretch.
We sabotage our own tavern and try to kill people in the process. We don't have no history of violence.
Like I said, I don't believe that you are the perpetrators of this, but I do believe you may have been, unbeknownst to you, tied to the motivations at hand.
Wouldn't it make more sense to investigate those that died? I don't know how we're tied to them specifically.
I've already made a few deductions about what may have happened, though I'm just trying to gain a further insight, if at all possible, by speaking with you three. Let's see. I believe I did hear you speaking with Frankie about how you, sir, were part of the crew that originally started this tavern. Is that false?
Not unless I imagined everything.
Well, I
I was
suppose
there
we
with you
can't
guys,
rule
right?
that out.
We fought the troll. We
You
found.
were there. Yes, you were.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
I had to double check. I've had some real hard benders.
I mean, we really can't. We have to take everything with a grain of salt. We don't really know if this is even the true reality. We could speculate about that all day, but it wouldn't.
I got so blitzed once, I dreamt that I was a pirate, and it was a good life.
Oh,
And then I fell in the ocean and woke up, and I wish I hadn't, because that was way more fun than this.
Celia snorts.
Imagine it. On the sea, free, open. You can pick any fight you want when you see another asshole across the ship.
don't have
Yeah,
to worry
that's-
about pesky investigators.
That's so hard to
Well,
imagine. I can't possibly
I
baffle
know,
it.
booze just everywhere, ports, fun on the docks, and then you venture out again to do something that's ridiculous.
Sounds amazing.
This
Yeah,
taller
too bad I
figure,
don't know nobody like that.
who is kind of standing now on the inside of the door, but kind of still standing near the door, just kind of goes, "If you wouldn't mind staying on topic for at least a bit. I understand there are a lot of things going on at the moment, but if we can continue on with the investigation." Oh, Killjoy.
Fire away.
Well, from what I've come to understand, the three that we seem to be the most in tune with what has happened, the three that we are most aware of, from what I have been able to deduce, that gnomish figure, he was running from several pursuers. It seems to me that there were 2 bodies, but 3 pursuers. One of them, I think, has survived. But none of them saw this coming, from what I have been able to deduce. But the gnome, he was coming here. He was at the door. That is why I think that you are tied to what has happened, not necessarily perpetrators, or, I mean, it was your property, but it seems like
Are
he
you
wished to speak to you.
they were this place was being targeted specifically?
Not necessarily by, I think there are at least 3 parties at play here. The gnome, and whatever his motivations were. These, from what I could deduce, Zentarim operatives that were tracking him down. And then, from at least what that woman was screaming, some figure on the rooftop that threw something down that caused the explosion.
We don't know what they look like.
She claimed it was puppet-like, but that...
Do you suppose
Hmm?
Do you think it could have been a Warforged?
You
I
mean the
mentioned
one
this
that
last
popped you a while back?
I mentioned this last time, and I feel like it's worth bringing up. 1, it doesn't match up with the Warforged description. 2, Warforged are not common enough in this setting to be commonly known, I will say.
So we just
okay.
think it's just a
I'm
person
sorry,
with
I
some
just
weird full
No, it's
plate.
all good.
I keep picturing like anything like slightly mechanical, like puppet, warforged. That's just where my brain goes.
No, that
You
is
can have
honestly
a
fair.
puppet warforged, like a wooden one.
Yeah. And that's down to flavoring. I will just say again, like, with the, I would allow, like if like with that one shot that we did and the character that I brought in from, like Siler's character that was that assassin, that was brought in, the Warforged can exist, and like if you guys wanted to play a character that is a Warforged, I would find a way to allow it, but they are not like they are rare.
They're aware.
I know
Here's a question
where
now.
you're going with
Just
There are
going off of
constructs.
that, because the way he's shaped, it'd be like the easiest thing to like just say he's just someone in some weird full plate because it's the full shape of a person in armor. So there's nothing about it that looks like it shouldn't fit.
We cannot rule out many of these possibilities. That is what she has claimed. What is important, though, is that there is some third party on that roof that caused the explosion, and they did not seem to value any of their lives.
Okay, so there was the dwarf coming to us. We don't know for what reason or purpose. The guys that were possibly after him, you said Zentrum?
By the tattoo on their arms, tattoos on their arms.
And then there's the mystery puppet man on the roof that took out almost everybody with no regards for what the hell happened after.
It seems as such.
I do not envy you guys' job. This sounds complicated.
Quite the pickle. I was wondering if the three of you had any particular insights. You were right outside, or right inside from the crime scene, and it seems that you stepped out. So I was curious if you had seen or heard anything that may add to our insights.
Who wants to go first?
Really?
No.
No.
Nothing I don't think you guys would have already gotten. I mean, we were inside when the actual thing happened. First thing we did was went to go check on our boy Zam because he got a bit too close to the windows when it happened, so he got a bit hurt.
I saw him when I peered in earlier. I am sorry about the situation, but it seems I spoke with the priestess, I believe. I'm not entirely certain, but it seems that he will pull
We got a priestess out here?
Yes, we do.
Johns is the priestess.
Yes, we do.
Oh,
Oh wait, Thronis doesn't know.
Doesn't know.
I don't
Sorry.
know that yet, so that's his news to me. Like,
yes.
well, that's
we do.
cool.
Fair. I think
That's
you
cool.
did see like some holy symbols.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know
I
if you
saw
put that
some.
together.
I have not. This is like I was barely in here a bit. I talked to Zam, then
Yeah.
everything just kind of went off.
That's
Priestess,
honestly fair.
Celia, yep. Yes, we sure do.
That'll be a fun thing for later. But yeah, no. After that,
Yep.
I think sort of one by one-ish we went out just to get a survey of the situation. We saw how fucked up it was, and then yeah, no, just everybody trying to figure out what happened, minding dead bodies. The one lady screaming that she saw something on the roof.
All right then. That is a bit unfortunate. I was hoping one of you may have seen something. I do have. Do any of you have an insight as to why this gnomish figure may have been looking? It seems he had something he wished to speak to you about. I do not know what. Do any of you have any insight to that?
I'll be honest with you. Half the people I know in here, it could have anything to do with anything, because each of us got a bit of something going on. So it could have honestly been any of us, and it could have just been something, a quick passive info, or something super important that someone's willing to kill you for.
He might have been a fan of my dancing.
Anything could be.
Might have had. Might have had something to do with whatever situation was in Cordelia. Your thing's already situated, right? Or are you still working on it?
No, unfortunately, still working on it.
I mean, once we're finished, you've got 2 investigators here in the city that are supposed to be like the best. That's something you can, point them in the direction.
Exactly.
We're just trying to do our job. Safe kind of pitches in. We're helping out in this time of desperation, per se. But
Well, hopefully, if all goes well here and we can help you out with this, there's another mystery and/or investigation, I think, and pointing to Cordelia, so you could definitely use some help with.
oh,
Yes, sir. I've talked to the law just about as much as I can, but I'll repeat it again.
And then Cordelia goes into a 3-hour-long topic
Do you
on
wanna-
Siler Duncan.
do you want to just say that you repeat it again?
Yeah, I mean, she
Okay,
just
that's
repeats
fair.
again. Yeah.
And I just 3 drinks later,
No
just
good,
slowly enjoying.
restful Silas Duncan. There you go. The end.
3 days later. No. It takes 3 whole days. Probably takes like
I've left. I've got my stuff, and I've moved back
couple
in.
minutes. Just goes to like 3 million years later, and everybody's skeletons except Cordelia, who is still talking.
Well, I assume that like only Celia's left because she's the only one who lives that long.
Elves live a long time. They do not live 3 million years.
It depends what
Unless
kind of
you
elves.
get the lich. I don't know. There's something else going on. God, 3 million years and nobody to consistently be mysterious too.
Oh no.
That is all unfortunate. I suppose we will do as much looking into this as we can. Unfortunately, I will continue my investigations, of course, and get testimonials from more the people here. But there is not too much more that I think we may find some more information. We will investigate more, but fortunately, with how busy we are kept, we may not have too much time for the investigation. If you, by any means, do have... sorry. He was referring to the this specific investigation. I guess that also does apply to the Silas Duncan investigation as well, and I think that is a sentiment that you've also gotten before.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of things going on right now, so they don't have a ton of resources to expend on this.
Mm-hmm.
By all means, if something does come to mind or you remember something, do reach out to us. He'll give you a card, I guess, of like the station that they're at and kind of how to contact them.
Mm-hmm.
If you do find something, let us know. And I do hope justice can be done.
Thank you.
And
She'll tuck the card away in her apron pocket.
I think with that, the 2 of them will kind of pick themselves up and head out.
I just had an idea. I could try to frame this all on Silas to get them to try to focus on this case. He has an explosives man in his team.
And we take one step from Paragon into Renegade, and I am so proud.
Yes.
That's a thought. See how far I go with that thought.
Just get a picture of Cordelia as a meme and just the Renegade symbol.
Perhaps one may lead into the other.
Maybe.
Be vague. So I think at this point we're going to kind of skip ahead, and we can probably wrap up, not necessarily now, but decently soon.
Okay.
But kind of, unless there's things that you guys want to do, a few kind of hours go by, and as kind of the investigation kind of continues, and they kind of get more testimonies and kind of investigate a few more things. But excuse me. But he's kind of after a bit of time, around noon-ish, a little bit after, this kind of perimeter kind of is finished, and everyone is kind of free to kind of go about their day. There are actually some guild members that kind of come in once this perimeter is loosened, and they actually kind of come in and speak with you about oh, we are terribly sorry about what happened here. Your fees with the guild will be put to good use. We will get to work on repairing. There will be some fees aside from your insurances, but we can get those sorted out. Are there any questions that we can answer for you?
I don't think so.
Do you know how long repairs will take?
This could probably it'll be a few days to get the proper materials and get the workers sorted out so that they can help with this. We can get the tavern like swept up, though. We can get that done by the end of the day. Basically, what they're saying is that there would be some things that need to get replaced, but you could probably get the tavern back up and running by the end of the day. Maybe not back up and running necessarily, but like you can. You won't have to worry about like broken glass or like anything outright dangerous by the end of the day. There's still going to be the big scorch marks, the missing windows. It's just going to be like safe to be in there. Not that it was super.
That tavern is operational.
Fully operational Troll Skull Manor.
Okay.
Yeah, they try to work quick when possible.
Nice. This truly is fantasy. Insurance is on it.
There will be fees. They do let you know there will be fees.
Right.
They'll get you the estimate at the time at the end of the day. Also, and I'm just going to say that means I will get the estimate to you by or before next session.
Cool.
Figure out what that's going to be. Probably not super high, but I will get that figured out. And we could also just put that in, like, take that out of your next tavern paycheck, so you guys don't necessarily need to pay that right away.
That works even better.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like if it's like 30 gold, you guys make 90, it'll just come out of that. I don't know, something like that.
Oh, Franny, come here, you big lug.
Lug around the lug.
Yeah. He's getting chonky. I'm sorry, Franny, I didn't mean it.
I am assuming Orthronus has left.
Yeah, Orthronus, do you like leave the moment the perimeter goes down? Do you stick around?
How long did it take to get that done?
I think it was around 10, so it was a little after noon, so like a couple hours.
Oh, I'd ask if there was anything. Yeah, because I still have to go get the things, but I do ask what time that Celia wanted to take that walk.
Well, like I said, my plans for the day kind of blew up. So, however long it'll take for you to return.
Shouldn't be too long. quick skip there and back.
Then
Okay.
I'll wait for you here.
All right. So it is.
Night,
I
night.
leave, and I still don't know who the extra person in here is, but I don't really bother asking.
We'll be
Who
fine.
is
We'll
this
figure it out
person?
later.
Well, you're gonna come
Totally.
back, and I think there's probably gonna be some interactions before you go for the walk. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe you'll book it or hide from everybody. I don't know.
Who knows?
I think some other stuff. Sorry. Some other stuff will be happening, but I think we are going to save that for next time.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Sorry for cutting a bit short. I know we're kind of starting earlier, ending earlier, so hopefully that works for everybody.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I will get an NPC sheet together for Frankie.
Thank you. This man is awesome.
Yeah.
And hey, we just gave you a new NPC that you can hook into any other plot hook you think we may have missed. Because we will be listening to Frankie.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting as the DM because like I shoot out characters like every so often. It's like, oh, okay, I wonder if they'll like this character or if they're gonna like this character, and then you guys latch on. Some of the ones I do kind of expect. Like Rose, I was actually I'm glad that you guys kind of like her, but then there's other ones that it's like I don't know if you guys are gonna stick to this character or not.
You never know.
That Rose seemed cool.
Like Three Strings in particular, very much
awesome.
good. Or like anybody else in the alley. It seems like the one you guys have stuck to the most by far is Fala, but there are definitely others that you guys know about. But yeah, are there any anything we want to go over before wrapping up for the night?
Yeah, when I get to my place, is that something you want to do next time, or do you want to just clear that up now? Because I am going to grab my stuff and come back, but I'm also going to show the weird little thing I have and see if anyone wanted to buy it over at my the boss's little headquarters.
I mean, actually, if you want to, we can do that now, and then we can like the two of them. We can kind of wrap up with them, and then we can do that before we hop off tonight.
Sure.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do. Either way.
Yeah, no, just because that's essentially what I was planning on doing. Because I don't know, was I told what this was? Because I still think this is just busted jewelry. I'm gonna try and like pawn off to see if someone can fix it and make some money off of it.
We can go into that interaction because I mean we could do that now if you two want to stay on and if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Let me actually double check. Exactly.
You know what I should have done? I should have invited one of you guys to come with me so you could see where I was.
Should have.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah.
Celia is busy changing out of her not glass-shredded clothes.
Yeah.
That's also kind of important.
Yeah. Actually, let me check into something. That's one of the odd things about going based off of a book is particularly it's been a while. I don't remember where everything is. So I'm searching for some information on who would know what. Sorry. Okay, so that would be Okay. I think. Okay, so I think one of the members of the group that you had been working with, the Doom Raiders, is kind of a bit of a specialist in like some magical stuff, or more magical things. So you kind of, I think, probably on your way back home, you kind of stop by his shop. I think you actually have interacted with him before. I think. Schemo Weird Bottle is his name, and he kind of checks and's like, "What you got there? What you want me to take a look at?"
Just some random I found on my way back. I just hand it to him.
All right, let's see what we're working with. Ooh, what the? Okay, yeah, geez. Put that thing down gently, if you don't mind. Okay.
Okay, it goes from like the normal, like like some people, like some give like a gentle toss to some jewelry when they have it in their hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like it started as that until he said that, and then he just stopped and just. Okay, I'm trusting him more because I know he knows his thing, so I'm just gently putting this down, I guess.
Yeah, I will say, Chad, just as a quick rundown, you're not so certain about him as a person, but you know he knows his stuff.
Like I know his skills is good. Like as a person, I've yet to give a full-on thing about that, but I know the man knows his.
Yeah. The kind of the shop that he's got going, it's potions and elixirs is kind of the main business, but he also does kind of do a bit of like the pawning, and I think that's kind of why you're going to him. Okay, this is a necklace of fireballs. They I mean, some of the rich folks up in the Northward Seaward, they wear these things just both for the fashion and also for protection. It's a bit overkill on the protection end, if you ask me, but I mean,
Some of them like that Big Bang.
Yeah. Some of them do. Some of them give it more than they receive it.
Is that just someone anybody can use, or is that just like locked to a person?
Oh, the fireball effect? You just need anybody can do it. It's just they need to like pluck a bead off and throw it. Don't do it in here.
I ain't touching it.
Yeah. Don't. It could cause a lot of it could cause quite a bit of damage. But anyway, you said you just found this somewhere?
Yeah, no, just found it. Some trash around. Someone looking to get rid of what they thought was worthless. I actually thought it was just some broken jewelry. I didn't know it was that, I'll be honest.
Disposing of something that's valuable, yeah, that's a odd thing. Listen, I should be fine to keep on hand. I don't know if I want to traffic something like this. It comes with a decent amount of risks.
I'll tell you what. I'll hold on to it. I have no plan on actually doing anything with these, but if you come across someone who does want to buy it, or you change your mind on making an offer, I'll be passing through every once in a while, and you let me know.
Yeah. Listen, I'll put out my feelers. I can't say for certain or when I'd hear back, but I'll put out the feelers. See if there's anybody.
Right.
Do you want me to? I assume don't share personal info, but do you want me to like let them know how to find you, or do you want me to let you know how to find them?
Let me know how to find them. You can just drop a message.
Gotcha. You know I get the big beds. I buy these.
Yeah, those work good.
Bulk, I tell you.
Yeah, no, that's a smart buy.
Yeah. Yeah, they come in handy for sure. But be careful. From what I gather, they should be fairly inert unless you yank them off the chain, but I still wouldn't risk it. It's not something I want to find out the hard way.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Like, it's
That's
got to
fair.
be like some kind of like some desperate, power hungry, I don't know, some people.
How many
find a way
beads
to
are on
go.
this thing? Like, how many is there even left on this thing?
There are 3 left. I think actually, let me double check, because I think the maximum it could have is like 7. Let me double check that though. Sorry. Oh no, it's the maximum is 9. But no, there are 3 left currently.
Oh, this one was. Well, I hope this one wasn't made with that many, because that means someone else has been using them.
Well, it's specifically the text says the necklace has 1d6 plus 3, so the maximum it could have is 9. The minimum would be 7 at like the starting amount. But that's still, regardless, that
Wouldn't
means
1d6
That still
plus
means
3 be
someone
4?
used. At least someone used 4, if not 6.
yeah.
And I don't know if all of that happened in that one blast that happened. Like,
Yeah. Well, is there something else I can help with? Are you doing good?
yeah, no, I'm doing good.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
keep an eye
Keep
out.
an eye out. No, but yeah, keep an eye out if you have anything interesting, and I'll do the same.
Oh, by all means.
Always up
If
for
you-
something, like any interesting items they show me. So show me.
All right. All right.
Oh, anything specific I should keep an eye out that you'd be interested in? Like any specific item, piece of anything?
I mean, just information in general. I'm sure you already are aware, but got
Someone
You-
bombed Troll Skull like this morning.
Jesus Christ. I don't know why I said
Troll
Jesus
Skull
Christ. I don't
Alley.
know who that is. I don't know
You know,
who that
Troll
is.
Skull Alley?
Yeah, no, I know. I know Troll Skull Alley. That's jeez, that's
Okay, keep this under your hat, by which I mean I don't give a shit who you tell.
Wait.
Apparently, someone was going to Troll Skull, being followed by a bunch of other people, who was also being tailed by someone else on the roof, and somehow everyone just blew up.
Okay. Wait. Troll Skull Alley blew up, and you just happened to find like a necklace that makes things blow up. Sorry. I shouldn't. I know. Don't put things together that you don't want to see. Don't. Yeah. Okay.
Plausible deniability is a thing.
Yeah. I'll keep that. You said that there was. All right. Do you kind of explain the full
Zen-
situation, or are you just saying?
Yeah, like the whole thing. Like there was a mystery person, a bunch of Zentrum. No, not Zenithar, Zentrum.
Yeah. Probably not the Doom Raiders. I would have heard something about that. Probably the Black Network. Which, just again for context to review, the specific factions, the Doom Raiders are the Zentrum that were in the city beforehand, and the Black Network, that's the kind of greater Zentrum that has kind of moved into Waterdeep since then.
And am I with the Doom or the Black?
Currently, you are with the Doom Raiders, but your friends from before, they are with the Black Network.
Right. I'm still I'm planning on what I'm going to do about that. Yeah, I let him know about that and about the mystery puppet person that was seen on a rooftop.
All right, puppet person. Like
That's what the lady said.
let me roll something for schemo. That is a natural 1. Schemo doesn't know Jack.
A puppet person came to life? What the hell?
That's a weird thing. to happen, but this is a weird city. I mean, I've seen weird. I heard of weird too. You know about those guys with like the tentacle mouths that like pull people's brains out? That's weird.
Oh,
I think I had to fight one of them a while back. Having like little brain dogs for puppets.
Brain dogs. Weird.
Yeah, and I just described the thing we found in the sewer.
Which, yes, you did. You did fight all that. Didn't know you part of that. Wait, I may not have been privy to this before, but were you part of that gang that been rescued that like Rainier kid? I guess not gang.
No, we're just a bunch of idiots in a bar that got roped into that.
I know how that goes. Get a couple of idiots and together, and you can have some weird adventures together.
Hell, it started because a troll was climbed in through the pit at the yawning portal.
Troll. Well, I guess that tavern's got an appropriate name. It's the frenzy dog.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. That's essentially how we met most of them.
Have we ever told you about we Doom Raiders? We started off as an invention party. Had better days since then, but or better days back then, I should say. Anyway, catch me
You guys
reminiscing
ever
about
go
all
into
this.
like the what's it called in the portal?
Yawning Portal, the Undermountain.
Yeah, did you guys ever venture into the Undermountain?
As a matter of fact, for a bit, Kuos did. Found a bit, but we decided it wasn't really all that worth it. Better, safer money can be found elsewhere. But yeah, we did venture down there before. Weird shit.
That's definitely a life goal. Bucket list.
By all means. Plenty of opportunity up here, but things cool down. Might be a good time to see about all that. Don't know.
Yeah, but better to prepare yourself first. I know I still need to work on some things.
Right. Anyway, nice chatting with you, but I should probably get back to business. The guy.
Same here. I gotta grab my stuff and head back.
Oh, you moving places again?
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck to you.
Thanks.
And I think you kind of head out to go and gather your things and move back. And I think we will pick up with the rest of this next time.
Woo!
Yeah.
Phew.
It's too bad I didn't get to see my roommate. He was this giant Goliath. Had a
Except,
beard,
like,
and he loved telling stories about these ridiculous people he knew.
really loved mayonnaise and beer.
Something
This is
about being a
delicious.
noble, weird title.
Poobah? That doesn't make sense.
Grand Poobah.
Ah, Grand Poobah. Now it all makes sense. Are we recording? Are we going to get sued by Critical Role? Because that would be pretty cool.
I doubt we're gonna get sued by anyone.
No, I don't. Again, we do not. Well, I don't think we make any money from this. Definitely not enough to get sued on. But we do it because it's fun.
I mean, I'm just doing this for archival purposes.
Oh yeah, archival purposes. And we do have a handful of people, it sounds like, that are passively keeping up with stuff.
We're at 19 subscribers. Woo!
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah,
But
no,
I
this
think
was
we're ending it here.
I think we are gonna end that here.
Yeah.
Been fun, guys.
Well, thank you.